Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look at the description right now, you will see I have provided chapters. So for example, if you look about all the collection continuations, or maybe look about all the weapons and tools for example, if you truly wish to skip ahead, just scroll down, it's all there provided to you. And with that, good day, Ruskin and Jaws. I hope you're alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. Now, yep, it's 120 skins in total almost. Looks like we're back to consistent, like 100 plus submissions every single week. Yippee. So, another hour-long video. Yippee. But I'd like to also just point out, not sure what's going on with TGG side of things. Haven't seen anything being uploaded today, so I'd normally shout that out, but don't know what's going on there. There might be some issues, but I know nothing, so we'll just have to move on from here then. Right, so, before we proceed, just want to point out the link to this collection for the Rust Workshop Skin Checks May 6, 2025 batch. It's linked in the description at the very top. You could go through all of these skins in your own time if you so wish, but if you want to sit back and relax and listen to the dulcet tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps away, well, let's get started. Let's start with Deployables. Now first up, we have the very first skin, which will be the representative of the many skins we're about to take a look at today, that being Jungle Treasure Fridge. And this actually comes in two different versions. This is the first version that does not glow in the dark. Very nice and shiny, looks like it's perfectly in theme, not only with the recent DLC, because that looks like the brand new Jungle Rock, but it also blends in quite nicely with the brand new Jungle Building skin. So very nice and in theme, produced by Waldoonaald. And of course we have the glow in the dark version, which appears to be very, very faint, which isn't that much of a problem with us. Now, in regards to all the skins we're about to take a look at today, I'm going to kind of insinuate, or give you the hint, that if you happen to like the skin, go show your support, vote yes or no. It doesn't really have that much of an impact in regards to whether a skin will actually be accepted, but it does give a good insight to the skin creator in regards to if they're doing a good job or whatnot. Gives them a good nudge. But if you really happen to like a skin, go to the comments, go say some nice kind words, express yourself, just give them a good pat on the back, gives them a good nice morale boost. Makes them want to keep on producing some very nice, interesting designs in the future. But if you don't happen to like the skin, but you know exactly why, go off some constructive feedback. Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. Try and help them out. Maybe they incorporate that into a brand new version of the skin if it doesn't get accepted. And who knows, maybe that version gets accepted in the future. So, a very nice looking fridge produced by Waldoonaald. Good job, guys. If you know you like it, consider voting yes or no. It's up to you. Right, best of luck to you too. But that's not the only fridge we have today, because over to here we have Spirit Fridge, produced by Mr. Jessen. Looking nice. South American Mayan design. I was about to say, I don't know how to refer to the era of way back when you had all the cool I don't even know how to describe this. I'm trying to say, I just don't know how to say it, so I'm just going to move on. But yeah, I can't say it. But yes, Jessen, I get what you're going with. Something that's in line with the designs we've been seeing in the recent building skin. Best of luck to you, good sir. However, there is still more competition. Señor Tomato Fridge. So this is the first collection continuation we're here to talk about today. Now let's just quickly go to SMDD to help us visualize if it's potentially a good idea to consider investing into this Señor Tomato collection. It doesn't show up because I can't do the Spanish N. Yay. Right, so how are we going to find this? When was the rock accepted? Okay, when was the door accepted? Okay, so this is going well. Go back to the past page. You can find it, surely. Oh, there we go. Ah, lovely. Right, that door's not doing very well, and that rock's not doing super great either. Considering the amount of funny little silly face rocks we've had, and, well, the amount of sheep doors we have in the game, that's not too surprising. And, of course, recently we did see the large box. Now we have this fridge. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I don't think a fridge is going to make that much of a difference. I'd like to see the large box and the fridge being accepted. It's got a goofy design to it that I know people do appreciate. The sales have been pretty good with these. But I don't think we're going to see a instant spike in demand and whatnot with this. But Sepesh has been putting out some very nice designs. Let's see if it could go potentially a bit further. Maybe he needs to go back to weapons and whatnot. It's up to him. But he's putting out some very nice designs. So we'll see how it goes. But in terms of, am I going to jump in, buy out the sheep and the doors or the rocks or whatever, I think I'm alright. We keep seeing more and more rocks being added, especially with the recent DLC. So best of luck to you, Mr. Spesh. If you like what you see, people, you know exactly what to do. Moving on, we have some concrete barricades to take a look at, more specifically one but two different versions. Mr. Delarai has produced the Jungle Moss barricade, which does seem to work very nicely, the brand new biome. By the way, have you been enjoying the brand new jungle biome? Do you need a glow-in-the-dark concrete barricade to make things more fun? Just stick that outside? Oh, I know where to go now. Well, best of luck to you then, Mr. Delarai. It's a nice, interesting design, and every now and then a concrete barricade does get accepted, so we'll see what happens next. Okay, right. So we've got some rugs here, and of course I'm sure you're very well aware that we got that ivy rug being accepted. It also happens to be selling pretty absurdly. If I just go back over to here and, well, it's almost 50,000 subscribers with 2 days to go. Well, last week we saw a tiger bearskin rug, and I was like, didn't Drizzer have a Twitch drop recently just for that? He did. Well, now we have Mishka and Svonspa making a tiger skin rug, not bearskin rug. So it's just like the body, the skin from the tiger. I mean, I'm going to give them some props. That actually looks pretty good. I think they've done a very good solid job of that. And it's not a bearskin rug, so it's not exactly like Drizzer's one. So, okay, yeah, I'm not opposed to that. Cool idea. Best of luck to you two. But of course, there's competition. So, welcome to the jungle as a sign. Mr. Milho Frito, Sakati Smilias. That's a very nice glow-in-the-dark approach. Very welcoming. Yes. And then over to here. I kind of like this. I'm not sure if it was like for windows, but of course you could still use it like for the floor and whatnot. That's very nice. That can work for both things. So, Odyssey. Let's see if that could be potentially the next rug. But another green rug this quickly? Well, maybe Face Punch wants to go print more money. Best of luck, sure to see. That's a very nice looking design. All three of them were very nice. Now we have one furnace for the week. This is produced by Papakala Universe Kid in reference to the brand new DLC storages we have, the new barrels. This does not appear to light up that much at night time, just literally from the interior of the furnace. But it's a very nice idea, reminiscent of what we just got, in the game. So best of luck to you two. We have two sleeping bags for the week. What do we see? Rooted Vine sleeping bag, produced by Yui. A very nice sort of flowery design, vines all over, very nice, very cute. Does not appear to glow in the dark, so I just wanted to confirm that. So best of luck to you, Yui. Wild Rest sleeping bag. I love that name. That's cool. Sad happy you've won me over there. But this is a tiger sort of themed design for a sleeping bag. Nice little pattern. Do you like it? I love the name. Best of luck to you, sir. Now over to here we have some small boxes to take a look at. Let's get a good look at all of them. So over to here we have the Animal Cage box version 2. They're actually looking pretty sweet. So this is produced by Beard and Ronan. There's two versions. This is the glow-in-the-dark version. You can see like the animal on the inside. A little bit of glow. That's all you really need for the idea. And over to here we have the transparent version. Well, is the animal in there then? Well, it doesn't glow then. Oh, okay, then makes sense. Okay, so this does not glow. This is transparent. The other one glowed. Which one do you prefer? It's in your hands. You decide to vote. And then over to here we have the Wicker Small Box. Again, in reference to new barrels we just got added to the game. Lottie and Louise, best of luck to you. But of course there is more competition. Because over to here, well, I love that. That's actually the perfect picture. Firefly and Etta. I don't know if this could be considered a collection continuation, but they've been doing a lot of like animal themed skins. Now I'm not referencing the Harbour Seal, but like before this, as you can see, they're doing like Rat-a-Tat, Rat-a-Tat Thompson and Lone Wolf Yoka, and I mean, why not just call it like the Predator set? It's a Rat-a-Predator, kind of, yeah, you get what I mean, like ferocious creatures or something. Like, well, I mean, is that ferocious? It's all nice, cute, cuddly. Regardless, it's a very nice, cute design. I'm sure a lot of people would love to just like stick them in there, but that's like the perfect picture. So best of luck to you too. Right then, small boxes are done. Let's now talk about large boxes. Off we go, and we've actually got quite a lot of them. That's kind of a surprise, isn't it? Well, let's hop to it. First up, Metal Shredder large box, produced by Giliac. Yeah. Oh no. I hope he's going to be all right. There you go. It appears to glow slightly on the top. You should have got like a proper nighttime. Sorry, I snapped my fingers when I said nighttime. That's the force of habit. But yes, do like a proper nighttime picture. He probably has one at the very end here. No, yeah. If you're gonna show off the glow in the dark, get a good picture of it. People want to see it, right? But other than that, perfectly cool idea. Now, over to here, we have more competition. Amber's large wood box. This is produced by Sil. If I can recall, last week he produced like some small boxes. What was it? What did you produce? No, I've got you mixed up with someone else. You're trying to get like a weapon collection, and now you're dabbling into deployables. So, okay, cool. Let's see if you can potentially get any of these skins accepted. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sil. Now over to here, we have the Jungle Temple large box produced by Trix and Reckless. Get a look at that. In reference to the brand new jungle building skin, which you can see it's like matched up with there. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. Doesn't appear to glow in the dark at all, but with the design, I could give them props. That looks nice. Best of luck to you two. Of course, more competition. Now we have the large wood box Ancient Treasure. This one's produced by RR3. You may recall he is the man behind the likes of the Popstar collection. Give that a good look. Nice and green. This does not glow in the dark, but this version does, and it lights up quite nicely. I did show this off in my little preview video, and yeah, it does look very nice at night time. So best of luck to you, good sir. But of course, even more competition over here. Liana. This needs more pictures, loser. I get the feeling he probably intends to do that, but that's all I have to showcase. I know he's like trying to build up like a brand new Liana sort of deployable collection. I will give him that. But yeah, kind of needed more than just that. Sorry. Now over to here, we have a collection continuation. This is the Metallic Beast large box. Now, cool, how far back do we have to go now? Was it just the bearskin rug? Mr. Shedman, how long has it been? Yeah, it is just the bearskin rug. Now, we thought, oh, potentially, maybe, surely that could work out quite nicely with the sheer lack of bearskin rug skins. Oh, no. Look how that turned out. And this didn't even sell, like, ridiculously. How much did you do in the end? It was only 20,000 subscribers. Ugh. Yeah, I own a bunch. But anyway, that has not held up very nicely. If I had to just change it to dollars, 86 cents. Barter's only got up to 77 cents. Oof. So, yeah, that has not held up very nicely, has it? New. So if we were to see a large box potentially being accepted, could that, help out the bearskin rug? Well, I would hope so. We probably needed like a proper like collection of this. But this has got a very interesting design, and it's going to be hard to showcase it. If you saw my special preview video, I did have this in here. It had that in it, but you can see through it. You can see through this. Yeah, it's not like properly all sealed up and whatnot. It's like barely held together, which is of course the whole idea of it. Oh yeah, you can see that now. You can see all the green in the background. So yeah, that's the Metallic Beast large box. An interesting, mostly transparent design. And if you like it, you know exactly what to do. Best of luck to you, Mr. Shedmon. Now, in terms of, do I want to buy these out? Well, I already own a bunch. It would be nice to see a lot more of these skins being produced and accepted, because they are a very cool, interesting approach. But in terms of, is this going to work out? We're not seeing any more bearskin rugs, are we? But yeah, we'll leave it for now. If you want to jump in, you're more than welcome to do so. But I've got enough. And, oh, yep, so this is a collection continuation as well. We have the door right here. Mr. Kavahu, yep, he produced this sheep in the door. He produced this one and a glow-in-the-dark version. This is what Face Punch preferred, which is quite annoying because the glow-in-the-dark one was, like, really cool with the eyes. So he's still committed to, trying to see if he could get the glow-in-the-dark version for the large box. I like that. Keep up the good work, Mr. Kavahu. But in terms of how we're going to approach this, the sheep in the door is currently in the rust door. Well, I mean, we can't really do anything because that sheep in the door is also not abnormal. Now, I should also point out, it's also selling ridiculously. That is selling ridiculously, and it's very likely going to do at least 25,000 subscribers. What, with 2 days left? Of course, yeah. But no, that I don't think that's going to hold up its value. It would be nice to see like a full set of these being accepted, though. Like how we have like a lot of Adobe deployables? That was nice. That I'd like to see more. I don't think the door's holding up its value still, though. Selling far too much. For Kavahu, though, that's good. But for the investment, So, I will sit here and say, which do you prefer? Standard non-glow version, which does line up very nicely with the building skin, or would you like to have this one actually glow? Which would be helpful, but would it really match up with what we currently have with the door and whatnot? Again, you can comment below if you want to dispute that. So, best of luck to you, Kavahu. I'd love to see a cool-looking garage door. Moving on. What do we have? Oh my... Yeah, okay. I'm old. Alright, I'm old. Is that declaration? I've only just recently found out about this. I wish I didn't. I don't like TikTok. Yep, I don't care. Call me old. I don't understand these things. I've only just recently found out about the Crocodile thing with the Thompson. That flew over my head. Where's the banana chimp? There's a stupid video. There's a series of them. If you're old enough, don't even bother looking into it. I don't like you, decap and go back. How could you do this? They haven't done anything wrong. Don't worry, I'm joking. But like, it's brain rot. It's brain rot. Yes. So best of luck to you too. And if you like, if you're a fan of what you see here, feel free to go ahead and show support. Right then, Jungle Ambush Wooden Door, produced by Nui. This is a proposed collection he's trying to build up. We saw a small box not too long ago, and now we have the door here, the wooden door. So best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that gets off the ground and becomes a lovely, interesting collection. And over here, I have to warn you, there is competition. What we have right there is the Neon Bismuth Wooden Door. And this has kind of been pretty successful, this collection, hasn't it? Yes. Ever since we saw the brand new Neon Bismuth skins being accepted, they've been going up there for so nicely. So, where are we? Neon Bismuth, sheep in the door. Yeah, okay, unless you remember it's referred to Bismuth. This should not be part of this collection because this is Neon Bismuth. That's just normal Bismuth. No one loves you. Sorry, but it's true. But yeah, that garage door up 52%. That sheep middle double door up 181%. That armour double door up 248%. That sheep middle door hanging on. But that's a sheep middle door that's actually retaining its value. That's a rare sight to see. This I would refer to as in demand. Now, somewhat recently, we did see another attempt at the large box. Okay, well, you know what? We could still potentially see it in the upcoming Rust doors. But now, of course, we had the wooden door. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I actually think this wooden door might actually stand a decent chance of retaining its value. Is it going to cause these to go up in price any more so, though? I don't think so. I think they're already cruising up and doing very good at the moment. But it would be nice to see potentially another one. So, hey, do you like it? Are you a fan? Would you like to see this collection get a bit of a resurgence? Because it's been quite some time since the last one was accepted, which I think was like back in November. So, Mr. Wildcat, good to see you here. What about a chair and a table? I'm really up for the idea of a chair and a table skin. But anyway, best of luck to you, sir. Let's now move on. Oh, okay, yep. So, somewhat recently, we had the B sheet middle door being accepted with the transparency and the glow in the dark, and, well, to my surprise, it's actually still holding up very nicely. So if I could just go over to here real quickly, let's just kind of show off all the sheet middle doors so far this year, and you'll see only one of them is currently in the positive, slightly, and that is the B metal door, which is located right over there. There we are. Okay, so we did talk about its like transparency. It's not exactly head height, but if you just kind of like stand on something, it's still somewhat useful. That is doing a very good job at the moment. And as you could see, compared to all the other sheet metal doors, the only one that's currently in the positive. Scroll down a little bit more down over to here, and well, look at last year. Look at the amount that we got, and of course, you know, including those Twitch drops. Oof. So, looking at this, I will sit here and say, if we were to see the wooden door being accepted, okay, wow, that'd be nice. But is that actually going to spike up in price anytime soon? I think in the position that this is in, with the BAR as it currently has, I can foresee this now probably slowly trending upwards throughout this summer. I think this will be loved. I think this will be adored. This is going to very likely end up like the Bombshell and the Brutalist sheet metal door. They didn't go up in price very quickly, but they just kept on gracefully rising up, and well, that's now $6.61. That's now $12.74. Yeah. With the arrival of more skins, it will definitely keep people interested and wanting to get like the full set, which only helps out the sheep in the door. I will sit here and say I can see good things happening to the sheep in the door regardless. If we don't even see the wooden door being accepted, let alone that sheep in the door, okay, fair enough. It's still very likely to go up in price. So with more skins being accepted, it'll probably give it some more momentum. But from here now, regardless, I can still see this working out very nicely. It's managed to survive so far, especially, like, of course, during the springtime, the Easter dip. Now this is going to go for the summer. Information has been passed on to you. How do you approach that? That's now up to you, all right? I think things are going to work out very nicely for that B middle door. So, okay, cool. You know, best of luck to Omnipresent. What can you do next? Well, armoured door. Garage door? Box? I don't know, it's up to you. Right, moving on. Right, now we have sheepman doors to talk about, and we have a lot of them. Yes, indeed we do. Lots and lots and lots. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots, and here we go. Right then, so over to here, Colt sheepman door, produced by Dragon Normal Van. Got a lovely little video here, showcasing how it looks at night time. It glows somewhat faintly, but still noticeable, so that's a very interesting approach. We also have the second version over here, with red and the crow. That's looking pretty cool. That's looking very nice. Keep up the good work, Dragon Normal Van. Alright then. Of course, there's competition, and we are still seeing more people trying to see if they could get skins in reference to the brand new jungle building skin. Mr. Salitra has made another sheep in the door in reference to, of course, the building skin, which is awkward considering we already have one. So I don't know how to respond to that. But I know you did the garage door first, so I will sit here and say, okay, best of luck to you, Mr. Salitra. Let's see if that could still work out nicely for you. But you might need to make some changes to this now, considering that we've just had one, like, literally accepted. So, best of luck, best of luck. Now to here, Dark Jungle Sheep Matador, produced by Mr. Verona. That's it's a crocodile, isn't it? Oh, why is he covered? Why is he surrounded by red water? That's not good, is it? Well, that's quite sinister when you think about it. And of course, yes, it does glow in the dark. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Verona. Now over to here, we have the Devil May Cry Sheep in the Door, produced by McQuarrie and Colo Sim. An interesting flame sort of style effect on the door, somewhat sinister, all charred and burned. That's looking pretty cool. Do you like what you see? Best of luck to you too. Now over to here, we have the Jungle Overgrowth Sheep in the Door, produced by Voodoo. I do believe this comes in 2 versions. Yes, indeed it does. Do you prefer orange or do you prefer green? So yes, quite bright with its glow. Are you impressed? Do you like it? Feel free to show your support, and best of luck to you, Mr. Voodoo. Now over to here, we have the Face Control Sheep in the Door, produced by 1RJM34633. That is, what's it? Odyssey 2001. Yep. Right, okay, I get the reference. Could add some more jokes. Danger, control, and something else I can't read. Sorry about that. Right, best of luck, and yes, of course, it clearly glows. He's always watching you. Now to here, Forgotten Sheep in the Door, produced by Mr. Bitrate. Consider giving this a good look. Now Bitrate, I know you accidentally submitted this 4 times yesterday. Unfortunately for a lot of the skin creators, the workshop's been behaving very weirdly, and a lot of people uploaded multiple times because they're trying to make things actually get in. But Mr. Bitrate had 4 of them. I didn't know which one was the right sheep in the door. We got it though, it's there. Best of luck to you, Mr. Bitrate. Let's see if that works out nicely for you. Best of luck. Now over to here, we're now talking about collection continuations. This is the version 2 attempt for the Mystic Tree door, sheep in the door. At the very beginning of this year, we had an interesting rust door. Now, out of all the skins, only one of them sold a lot, and that was the garage door. Now, to this day, this has actually retained its value very nicely. People like this garage door. A lot of the other garage doors we've seen come out this year have crashed and burned. This is only down by 50 cents. Sold at $3, only down by 50 cents. People like it, people appreciate it, and I was very surprised to see that, there hasn't really been that much in terms of collection continuations for it. Well, about a month ago, the skin creators actually made a sheep in the door, but then we had Eastern Way and whatnot, so that kind of caused issues. So they've come back and they've produced a second version. So yes, it glows just as elegantly as the garage door. Ever so bright and colourful. Are you impressed? Do you like what you see? Well, I'll sit here and say this. I can imagine that very likely will probably rise up in price during the summer. And with another skin being accepted, much like with the B door I just talked about a minute ago, that is very likely to go up in price regardless. But I could see it working out very nicely if we do see more skins being produced and accepted in reference and actually building up to a potential collection for Mystic Tree. So, alright then. Stay optimistic. Do you like this design? Show your support. And in terms of that garage door, well, regardless, I think that's going to be one of the good garage doors for this year. That'll be appreciated. No big fat quantities, even though it sold 37,000 subscribers. The barders are keeping it up so it doesn't crash and burn. It's actually looking like it could work out very nicely. But we are very likely to keep seeing more garage door Twitch drops and whatnot. And of course, many more garage doors and rust doors. It is what it is. Right then. We also happen to have Cryo sheep in the door. So this is produced by Mr. Fuff, and of course, if you can recall, we had a very, very interesting fridge being accepted somewhat recently. So let's go ahead and remind ourselves, when was that accepted? Was it April 3rd or was it March 28th? Why not just... Oh, it's there. No, cool. That has actually retained its value. I know for like a month, we had a lot of fridges being accepted. But wow, okay, all of these recent ones are working out very nicely. Not you, though. Sorry. Okay, so, Cryo fridge. You have a very interesting, transparent design. You glow ever so nicely. And you're on the Steam market right now at just under $4. Right now, what was that? I don't know. But yes, your value has been very, very strong and held up very, very nicely as of recent. It's like barely changed. It was sticking at around $4 and it's hardly moved. That's impressive. Again, how much did you sell again? It was like 9,000 something. 9,800. Not too bad. Anyway, sorry. I have been talking far too much, and I haven't been brave enough. That's why you're on. I do apologise, Mr. Fuff. But your sheep in the door, your design, that is just as cool, and that is just a standout. I'm looking at that, and you've done a very good job matching up to the design of your fridge. That has transparency. That glows in the dark. And I just talked about a B metal door just a second ago with transparency and glow in the dark, and that was doing a very good job retaining its value. So this is lining up very, 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 very nicely. Do you think this has a good chance of potentially being accepted? Personally, I'd sit there and say, wow, that looks nice, that's cool. It's got a very standout, distinct style to it. I think people will like that, and I think that could actually work out very nicely by itself, but also by giving that a nice boost as well. That fridge, whilst it's already up in price, you could probably put down maybe some more barters for yourself, but honestly, I could see that probably working out very nicely as time goes on. Didn't sell too ridiculously, it just happened to be accepted in a period of time in which a lot of fridges were accepted. Just to remind you once again, all the fridges that we see here, all of these were accepted, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these were accepted like within 6 weeks, alright? So, that's pretty absurd, especially when you can like look and see with the fridges in the past, we used to get hardly any of them. This year, we already have 6. So that fridge, yeah, when more fridges are potentially accepted or introduced at some point this year as Twitch drops or in the Rust store, it could be a bit of a damper on it. But if we do keep seeing more skins like this being produced and that collection actually becomes a collection and grows, I think that Cryo fridge is going to work out very nicely in the future. So best of luck to you, Fuff. Things are lining up very nicely. All right then, cool. It's nice to talk about some positivity, isn't it? Now let's go ahead and talk about some garage doors. And talking about positivity, we only have 2 garage doors. I usually have to sit here and spend God knows how long, but no, just 2 doors for today. So this is very reminiscent with the garage door we currently have in the Rust store, and I was like, oh cool, it's a sequel. No, that was made by Sadist. You know, the tiger versus the crocodile. Pigeon, Genkaiko. Fair enough then, but yeah. Now, the 2 remaining jungle animals, the panther versus the snake. Alright, I'll give it to you. That glows very nicely, and it does look very pretty. So, we'll see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you too. Now over to here, technically speaking, this is a collection continuation. You may recall quite some time back, we did have those neon deployables being accepted. Oh, did you forget? Well, I have to remind you. Yes, basically neon storages, but then the extra things we got after it. So over to here. Yep. More specifically, I'm talking about the garage doors. They have not held up very nicely. Oh. But, down 44, down 54, down 51. If we saw this exit door, would it magically improve everything? I don't really think so. But I have to point out, this is a collection continuation. It's actually a version 2, or at least a resubmission. Mr. Duck, what else could he do? Because in total right now, we have up, we have down, we have core. That's the exit. Is there another garage door you'd like to see? Quite literally pointing out what's behind it. Again, you could have them all and just like trick people. I didn't actually want them to go up. Ha ha ha. I don't, whatever. But yeah, it is a collection continuation. Personally, I don't think it's going to fix and solve that. But if you're looking forward to it, consider showing support and consider offering some nice kind words. Best of luck to you, Mr. Duck. And yeah, maybe neon exit door could be accepted. Especially considering we only have 2 garage doors this week. So, alright, cool. Then again, this current week, we got 4 garage doors. Because, 2 Twitch drops and 2 garage doors, the same restaurant. Anyway, moving on. Guardian of the Jungle and Forbidden Temple armored doors. Guardian of Temple, Ico, mega handsome. That's what its name is. Yes, we've got a little croc design here, the sharp teeth. Oh, so sinister. Look at that. That doesn't appear to glow in the dark. There you go, as you can see. But this one I do believe glows in the dark. So he's a lot more brighter, chipper and cheerful, I guess you could say. And you can see his face ever so brightly at night time. Look at that. So yeah, what was the last Armour door we had in this game? It's been a while. I don't think we've had one this year. I might be wrong. Armour door 2025. Has it happened? The answer is... have we had a Twitch drop? No. To my surprise, we have not seen an Armour door so far this year. And we're almost like a full 5 months in. That's kind of surprising. But then again, you look at the prices and I'm like, maybe skin creators just aren't that bothered. Oh, Shadowborn, $6. Wow, okay. So, yeah. Are you feeling the need for a brand new Armour door to be accepted? Ico, mega handsome. The timing of this probably is very, very smart. Best of luck to you two. But you do have competition. Forbidden Temple Armour door, produced by Mr. Stabby McStabface. Right then, so this is some very worthy competition. Give this a good look, and as you can see, you got like the very cool visages of the... I don't know what to reference this as. You got the cool looking statue people sitting there doing those cool looking poses. Very well expressed there, Mr. Hedge. Let's just go with that. But yes, this does appear to glow in the dark very, very nicely. There is a description. You could have just read that. The Forbidden Temple Armour door, because I said so. That's very descriptive. Once again, this features two purchase bas relief assets for the hero sculpt on the front and the back of the door. Purchased have full commercials right to. The rest of the stuff is done by me in Blender, including room buildings. Really, sculpts are very tiny. Very well. So what's that? Bas relief. I'm not sure if that's what that is in terms of if you Googled that, that's what it is. I don't know, Stabby. I was just trying to describe it. I don't think I've done a very good job. But I've got a picture of it, and that's worth 1,000 words, hopefully. Do you like it? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Mr. Stabby. Sorry. Right, now let's move on and talk about some sheep mid doors. And then that'll be it. Now, can you describe these nicely and get it done nice and quickly? We're about 30 minutes in. Okay, I'll try my best. Jungle Fortress sheep mid door. It's a nice, cool-looking green door. Double door. Good job, Hedge. Mr. Flashback, I hope you appreciated that lovely description. Oh, but we have a version 2. This one's more greener. Good job, Hedge. Right, but yeah, no, seriously, you got a nice sort of, like, the colour scheme seems to match up quite nicely with the building skin that we currently have. I think that was the intention. And of course, as time goes on, it gets a bit green, dingy, mossy and whatnot. I respect it. And this one's a lot more mossy, so, alright, cool. Best of luck to you, Mr. Flashback. But you do have competition, because over here, we have the Jungle Relic Sheep door, produced by Wagan and Gunya. Let's get a good look at this. It looks like he's sticking his tongue out. Was it called Pareidolia, where you see like faces when there's not actually faces there? Yep. Thank you, Belatro, for reminding me of that. But yeah, that's a nice shiny look of design. But I am aware that the sheep door didn't glow in the dark, so I'm guessing this also doesn't glow in the dark. No mentions of that. But it's a nice stylish design. Yeah, alright then. Well, do you like what you see? Consider showing support. Best of luck to you too. But over to here, we have a collection continuation. Produced by a Little Ranger and Groomer Katarina, we have the Jungle Guardian Sheep door. And I actually made a short video showcasing this. So if I could just point this out. There it is, the Sheep door. It's currently, well, in the Rust store. And, well, I'm going to sit here and say this. That Sheep door gets accepted. That might get a bit of spike in interest, but I cannot help but assume it's going to go down in price. Why? Because there's far too many of them been bought. That's doing over 30,000 subscribers for sure. The amount of sheep doors that we have in this game so far, including Twitch drops and whatnot, I think it's like 262. Yeah, there you go. The amount of sales this already has is like, it's definitely in the upper bracket. You look at all the sheep doors here. How many of them are actually in the positive? Yeah. Point made. So, yeah, there are so many of them. It's a struggle for all the skins to retain interest, to retain their price. It's going to follow suit with that. It's got nothing to do with the design. It's just sheep doors. Sheep doors, on the other hand, though, if that's going to get accepted, I know a lot of people are going to appreciate that, and I know that's going to retain its value very nicely. Also, I've had a few people ask me, what's with the lack of sheep doors this year? I was like, what are you talking about? This time last year, we had 6 sheep doors in the game. So far this year, we've had 4. not that far off from last year, and last year we got quite a lot of them, didn't we? I wouldn't be too worried. If that were to be accepted, I think a lot of people would be pretty happy. Little Ranger, Groomer Katarina, you produced a very cool looking skin, but I don't think that Shima does good spike in price. But if they keep up with more and more deployables, couch door, wooden double door, armor door, I don't remember all the doors. I think we could have a pretty cool thing to look forward to. And yes, it glows in the dark ever so nicely. Couldn't you tell? So best of luck to you two. And that is the final deployable for this video. So, out of all these skins today, so far, from the deployable side of things, which one stood out to you the most? Which ones do you think have a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below, because now I'm going to move on and yap about the weapons and the tools. For the rocks, we have a lovely batch of skins. First up, Jungle Buddy Rock. What's in there? I don't know. Kicker, you used to have like all the animals. You could have done so many more. Where is... Oh, actually, you already have the capybara. You could be making more capybara skins. They're in the jungle. I know you have been successful. That's actually quite annoying. I would respect that. But like, now's the perfect time for more capybara things. Or a rat rock again. But yes, if you don't remember, Mr. Keka made a whole bunch of animal rocks like in 2023, and he got quite a lot of them accepted. These two. And, well, if there's an animal you can think of right now that would be perfectly befitting of being a rock skin, feel free to go tell him, all right? Personally, I would love to see more capybara stuff. Don't give up, Keka. There's perfect time now. There's the perfect time now. More doors, garage door. You could, I know you're a good artist. You could pull off a very nice, relaxed looking capybara for a garage door. Just a lovely screen display. Or a sheep with a double door. Right, anyway, best of luck to you, Mr. Keka. And yes, this little fella does happen to glow in the dark ever so nicely. Now over to here, Tarsier. Is this another one of those primates? It's me and you and Zabu Mefu. Oh my god. That just unlocked something. Anyway. Some of you may know. Alright, anyway, so that's a very cool looking sort of lemur. I don't know what a tarsier is, but I'm guessing it's some sort of lemur or primate. Either way, very cool approach there, Mr. Oasis and Isaac. Best of luck to you two. Now over to here. Oh, it's not an animal, it's money. Gold. Sweet, delicious gold. Produced by Debsky. I'll be honest with you, with all the jungle stuff and whatnot, we should have like some sort of temple monument. We got to like survive some booby traps and whatnot, bit of platforming, and somewhere in the very middle, like a big sack of gold or scrap, something like that. So, yeah, best of luck to you. And over to here, we got the Spitz Rock. Are they in the jungle? Kratorius, you should have gone with an animal that was in the jungle. I mean, you could take a Spitz dog and just leave it in the jungle. The tigers would approve of it. Nice and delicious. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kratorius. And what do we have right here in front of me? Well, if you may recall, with the lamb box being accepted, this is a collection continuation. Would you like to have a lovely little lammy rock for your stew? Yes, just throw in some vegetables, cook it nice, and oh, you have a sweet, delicious stew. Yeah, no, it's a rock. We've got a lovely little lamb rock. I feel like this is a perfect time for it. Well, with the amount of all the other animal rocks we've had so far this year, I guess it works. Give it a shot. Smack that lamb against a rock. Yes, get all that stone. But yeah, if we were to go back and quickly take a look at the small box, was it last week? It was. It's already down in price, unfortunately. Small boxes. Are you surprised? But if we keep seeing more consistent amounts of these lamb skins being produced, well, I could see some nice things working out. And it's only slightly down in price. There's only 12 listings. 2 sales, 3 sales. Oh, look, it's back up to its rust price. It didn't sell that much. Only did, what, 8,000 subscribers? Yeah, no, more. The more lamb, the better, I guess you could say. So, yeah, keep up the good work, Mr. L300. And what would you like to see next? Big lamb box? A door? Rug? We'll see. Best of luck. But in terms of, am I going to go out, am I going to go buy the small box and whatnot? Well, I don't know what to think of it. I don't really trust small boxes as investments, but the more the merrier. things could work out quite nicely. So if you're feeling confident that we could see more of that lamb, go buy some of those boxes. Let's now go ahead and talk about some hammers. So let's go get a good look at these. We have the Jungle Cause hammer, which is in reference to the brand new Jungle Rock that's in the special DLC. Yep, that's all I can show, so best of luck to you too. In competition, we have the recycled hammer produced by HSM and Claytails. Give this a good look. We also have a second version here with some spray paint all over it. How costly, but how nice and colourful. You could have made this glow in the dark. You could have made this glow in the dark, man. Too late. Best of luck to you two, HSM and Claytails. And then over to here, it's another one in reference to the brand new rock skin. Igor has produced a Jungle Idol rock, which of course looks like the brand new DLC rock. So, yeah, you can see it right there. So best of luck to you, sir. Scroll down, what do we see? A bone knife, a sword, and we got some stone tools. So we have the Crocodile tooth bone knife. Is this a collection continuation to your bow? Okay, apparently it is. Now I will ask you, when was the last time we saw a bone knife skin being added to the game? Actually, I don't know. I remember the Twitch drop. There you go. That's an answer. But in terms of in a rush store, cool. You probably go back to 2023. I think you go back to early 2023. DLC, whatever. Yeah, it was Rebar. That's it, Rebar. Oh no, that was very late 2021. Oh. God, do you remember your timings? No, not really. So yeah, honestly, PYH. Perfect time, right? Yeah, I think people would approve. A nice $2 bone knife, perhaps, maybe more. But yeah, that is a collection continuation. So if we were to see that being accepted, would we see the bow skin potentially spike in price? What's currently in the Rust store? And I'll sit here and say, I don't really think so. For the lowest selling skin so far this week, it's already done 10,000 subscribers. That's madness. That just shows how ridiculous this week's Rust store has been. A lot of people turned up to play the Jungle Update. A lot of people saw that Rust store. A lot of people bought skins. I think a lot of these skins are going down in price as well. Far too much has been bought. That's the issue. So that bow, though, I can't help but assume it's going to end up like most bows. What do you mean? Yeah. There are some in the green, but not all of them. I think that's sold a little bit too much in comparison to what the actual demand is for it. But that bone knife, I think a lot of people would appreciate a bone knife. So best of luck to Mr. PYH. Let's move on. Banana sword. Banana sword. Right, so sure, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just surprised Debsky and PYH didn't make it, but anyway. So yes, we have where is he? I actually can't see him. Oh no, that's just the jungle, isn't it? I think so. I can't see him. I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah, banana salvage sword. Do you approve? Well, let's see how that works out. Best of luck to you two. Over here we have claw hatchet and claw stone pickaxe. Yes, these are stone tools. This is the third attempt from Mr. Fresh. Honestly, some sort of mud crabs or like a crayfish in the jungle river actually would be a pretty cool thing. Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Fresh. Put some clothes on. More stone tools. It's been a while, so yeah, probably it is a good time for that. Best of luck to you, Mr. Fresh. Now, let's scroll down and take a look at these. There you go. There you go. There's another one of those. Anyway. Yep, sorry. I'm old, and the world scares me now. So, ancient crossbow. This is a nice green crossbow design, and I'm sure a lot of people appreciate. Sun art, a very cool visual. I will sit here and say this. There is definitely demand for a green AK. Ruin AK has been bought out ridiculously. If you're going to do a new weapon, go do an AK. I know you've done like the bird one. If it's like grounded like this, you know what I mean, like not super colourful, that would be a great idea for an AK. And I know a lot of people would want that. So yeah, red aim sight. Best of luck to you, son. Now moving on, we have the Crocodile Pistolino. So yeah, we Thompson over there. Now we've got this. Yeah, it's a TikTok thing. Yeah, you should avoid it. Anyway, yep, brand new Yoka. That is a crocodile theme. It's like the little baby crocodiles where they go. Well, you could go up to someone and go and blow their head off. Yep. So best of luck to you, Anubis Dunk. Right, moving on. Sorry, chap. Yep. Oh, look at that. I just talked about the Ruin AK. Now we have the Ruin Sap. Right then, let's go ahead and talk about this. We have a few skins in this Ruin collection produced by Mr. Bad Trip and Hulk. These skins have been appreciated ever so nicely. So if I could just get this point across to all of you. With the jungle update, a lot of people were anticipating its eventual arrival once it was actually officially announced back in, mid-April. And the weapons, not too surprised. As I said, we don't really have that many options for green AKs such as this. The super colourful ones aren't that helpful. Ones like that are much more grounded. That's what appears to be what people want to go for. Now, this garage door, I want to just mention this. Well, I could show it. Here you go. So if you go over to here, you'll see this video right here. Oh, I've got still got the video up. Okay, cool. So, just before we have the actual release of the jungle building skin, we were questioning what could work out very nicely with it, because I could go on staging beforehand, 2 weeks before the update even came out, and we were comparing garage doors, and initially people thought Aftermath garage door and then Ruin garage door, and we did those comparisons early on. I have a tweet for that. But then yesterday I hopped in. I was like, well, some other garage doors work very nicely with them. And we brought in the Dungeon garage door. We brought in the Tomb of the Octopus garage door. Honestly, all 4 of them work quite nicely with the jungle building skin. It's up to you which one you think is best. So consider giving that short video a good watch. I've quite literally uploaded it today. But just to get the point across, that spiked in price, as you can see, once we found out this jungle update's coming out with a brand new jungle building skin. So, cool. And Aftermath's like $4, $5 now. Right, so this has been in demand since we've seen the jungle update. Now you're telling me that we potentially could be seeing a brand new Ruin SAP? Well, I've already seen this in game. It's got a very useful red aim sight, and to my surprise, at night time it has some very, very, very good night light. I thought it glowed initially, and I was like, why is it so bright? I don't know, but it's cool. Anyway, I think people would greatly appreciate the return of this collection. Feel free to comment below what your thoughts are. But there's demand for the skins. They have been going up, and I think this is great timing. So, yeah, I think those weapon skins, unfortunately, probably not the best option right now because they've already gone up in price. SAR probably could still go higher. It's only just about matched up to its price again. Again, look at this, and as you'll see, and now it's kind of trending sideways a bit. But more of these Ruin skins now being accepted, well, that could actually lead it to slowly, gradually keep going up. So, yeah, there's definitely something you might want to consider. But the AK is already $9 now, so just want to give you that warning. Anyway, I look forward to it. Oh, look, Ruin Crate back in 2024. Oh, probably bring that back again then. That means we might see a large box V2 at some point. Okay, that's something promising to be aware of. All right then, so best of luck to you too. And I think we might be seeing a resurgence. Cool. All right then. But in terms of investing into that SAPS collection, all those skins have already been bought into. Python Harrison LL6. See, you got good glasses. You might need to get a redo. Anyway, Python Harrison LLC, produced by 9K. A grounded approach, not super flashy. Is there anything else that needs to be said? So yeah. Do you like a much more grounded approach with the skins? Feel free to comment below. Keep up the good work, Mr. 9K. Now to here, Styx SMG, produced by Señor. This is an interesting green design, aimed down a sight, as we can see. Thank you very much. Alright, well, yeah, looking pretty stylish, looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you, sir. Why are you wearing a... You're not a jungle ghost, are you? Or are you? Best of luck to you, Señor. Now over here we have the Blue Crystal MP5, which also comes in standard black. And is there another one? No? Okay, cool. So this is produced by Edoinski. A nice, interesting crystal style quartz. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Do we have a name down the site image? Not from what I can see. Oops, whoopsie. And not from what I can see. No. Right then, well, that's a little bit awkward. So best of luck to you, Edoinski. And yeah, let's see if either of those versions get accepted. But there are some more MP5s, such as the Rub Frame MP5 produced by Rosato. Do we have an M down the site image? I've never seen anybody showcase their skin in a turret. That's new. But okay, yep, standard aim sight. Interesting, well, I guess you could say desert camo style design. Yeah, okay, well, that's a perfectly fine looking approach. Mosaic. Best of luck to Mr. Rosato. Over here we have the Viper MP5. It's all bright green, kind of shiny. Aim down. Yep, what do we see? It's like black here, but green there. Okay, a black aim sight is still good for all environments, not going to complain. Maybe not the shaded parts of the jungle. See, just keep up the good work. You have a pretty cool approach here. Over to here, we have the Gold Tiger MP5 produced by PL3 and Donny. Yep, instantly you might notice we have a red aim sight. Thank you very much. And then, yes, get a good look at that very nice sheen. Orangey yellow. Is it gold? I'm not sure. Gold Tiger. What do you think, Hedge? Sorry. Yes, it's very nice and golden. Lovely work. Keep up the good work, you two. Over to here, we have the Heat Seeker MP5. This has some cutouts, some transparency. Mr. Vase is trying to build up a brand new collection. The aim sights are a bit weird, and the frames aren't very good there, I'm afraid. Is it me, or is it you? It's a bit iffy. Aim down. All right, that's what we want to see. So pause. As you can see, that has like 2 holes in the aim sight there. So I don't know what people want, but yeah. That is a very cool looking design though. I think he's gone above and beyond with the colour scheme. That looks awesome. Heat Seeker for a reason. That, well, we'll see, Mr. Vase, because of course previously we have seen the AK as well. It's just the aim sight's weird, but he's trying something different. Hey, if it doesn't get accepted, he could go back to it and just do like a normal aim sight, and I'm sure people appreciate it. So, yeah, alright then. Best of luck to you. Scroll down, Hedge. We got some double barrel shotguns to talk about. So over here we have the Lost Artifact double barrel shotgun produced by Icona. It's very, very aged. Seems to match up very nicely the designs we've seen in the on the building skin. Now he has the standard aim sight right here. I have to bring this up, but we have to wait until we showcase the next weapon skin. But yep, that's a very nice looking design there. Best of luck to Icona. Deep Ruby double barrel shotgun. This, I believe, could be the first double barrel shotgun skin to have a coloured aim sight. Recently, there were some changes to certain items. Double barrel shotguns can now have a coloured aim sight, or transparent aim sights if the skin creators wish to do so. But as you noticed, he has a little bit of red. I have a short video talking about this. In the past, skin creators could not skin the aim sight. Mr. Wynet's obviously been keeping track of what's going on, and he's jumped at the opportunity, and well, that very likely could be the very first double barrel shotgun skin with a coloured aim sight. Will we see a Twitch drop with a glow-in-the-dark aim sight? And you're going to sit there and say, oh, glow-in-the-dark aim sight's not allowed. Well, for a double barrel shotgun, I mean, I don't think people even aim down with them. Just run along. Hey, kid. Right, anyway. So, yes, a very nice, interesting approach. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the Deep Ruby collection. So, come on. You get up here? Thank you. Right then, so this collection's actually doing pretty okay. The AK is still a bit funny, but as more and more skins are being produced and accepted, it's improving. The crossbow's down by 20%. That's not too bad. That's fine. Give it some time in the summer. I'm sure that'll get appreciated. The tools are actually doing good, which is a big surprise. Typically, tools tend to go, but no, they're doing all right. And the sap's maintaining. That was to be expected. I am feeling reasonably confident about that double barrel shotgun. I get the feeling that probably might be getting the appreciation, getting the acceptance, and Facepunch can make the fuss about the aim sight, or Wynett can. Has he made a tweet? I'm not sure. I should go get a good look at that. But overall, I have seen this in game. I approve, and yeah, it's a nice little showcase. So keep an eye out. Maybe I'll put that out with this, actual video you're watching right here. I'll bring it out tomorrow at the same time. So cool, not the same time, but a little bit later. All right. Anyway, Wynett. Your collection's holding up quite nicely, and as a weapon collection, that's quite a big surprise. We don't normally see that, but yours is holding up nicely, so keep up the good work. Where's my revolver? And a hammer. Make it glow. Not the revolver, the hammer. Sorry. Moving on. We have another Ultramarine skin. So over here, Mr. Jeeber is now trying to dabble into weapons again. He initially tried with a grenade. That didn't work out, unfortunately. But, yeah, okay then. So, it's got a very nice, interesting aim sight. Blue on the top. Your tongue all right, Hedge? Sorry. Blue on the top, white on the bottom. Stands out very nicely. Interesting approach. It doesn't glow. It doesn't glow. I have a short video for this as well. But yes, a very nice, interesting approach. And I'm sure you're very well versed with the idea of Ultramarine being fairly in demand. I kind of yapped about that quite a lot when we had the locker. That locker's doing very good at the moment. Cool. Boots are down slightly, helmet's down slightly. Overall, though, that's all in the positive. That survived the Easter dip very, very nicely. That just basically maintained its prices, comfortably stayed in the positive. How's it going to look in the summertime now? Well, in the summertime, could we see a lovely batch of weapon skins? Now, just to remind all of you, grenades were made. They weren't accepted. Oof. But. Now we have a SAR. I am interested to see what happens next. I'm expecting an AK at some point. Jeeba, hold off on the AK. Wait until June Force Wipe. There'll be a lot more people around. And if that gets accepted then, the amount of sales, $3 skin, oh yes. But yeah, strategize. But yeah, that SAR, could that be the one SAR that actually stays up in the positive compared to all the other SAR skins? What are you talking about, Hedge? Take a look at this. We don't get that many SARs that stay up in price. Oh, what do you mean? Well, just look. Ta-da! Do you see one that's in the positive in 2025? I don't. Down by 50, down by 44, down by 60, down by 55, down 47, down 48, down 48, down 48, and down 40. No, it's not looking good. And of course, 2 Twitch drops. Actually, no, that's one in the rust store right now. Sorry about that. Anyway, last year, Bombshell's doing all right. Scroll. Thunder Gold's doing all right. Those are the only 2 skins in the positive out of all the SARs from last year. And what was that? 27 in total. Yes, there are Twitch drops. Should clarify that. But point still remains. Oof. So, yeah, I think maybe Ultramarine could potentially work out quite nicely. And as I just said, with the Deep Ruby collection, quite a lot of those weapon skins are actually in the positive, which is quite a rare sight to see. Weapon-only collections, they don't normally hold up very nicely. But this has so much behind it with Deployables and Clothing and Armour. I think that would be a very nice addition, and I would like to see a lovely batch of weapon skins throughout all of this summer. Come on, face punch. But yeah, Jeeba, now's a great time to just get some lovely skins out there. So keep up the good work. In terms of would this SAR, cause the Ultramarine skins to spike in price? No, they're already doing very good at the moment. But as we keep seeing more and more weapons, I can't help but assume they'll work out very nicely as more and more are accepted. So best of luck to you. And now, let's move on. We have a Blackstone LR300. That is a collection continuation as well. Let's give this a good look. And what do I see? Well, there is a door, there is a SAR, and there is an AK. They're all down in price. Bit unfortunate. SAR's not too bad, but no, I don't think an LR300 is going to dramatically change all of that. Sorry to say. But yeah, that doesn't look like it's very in demand. I'm being very straightforward with you because I'm also keeping track of the time. But for what it is, in terms of LR300s, it's a very unique approach. Jimmy Tedeschi and Nilfox have produced a very interesting, stonified, interesting, shiny design. So yeah, give that a good look. Red aim sight, can't go wrong with that. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate. Do we actually have that many black? Well, we had the black LR. Okay, well, there you go. I was just about to say, but yeah, fair enough. Best of luck to you two then. Let's see if that works out nicely. All right then. Now we've got some AKs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weapons remain. Okay, so Jungle Worn AK, produced by RAF. Well, it is another green AK, and I think people could appreciate. Aim down the sight. What do I see? Standard aim sight. Should be all right. RAF. Good timing. Let's see if this is the one. Keep up the good work, good sir. All right. Well, best of luck. That's all I can say. Now, over to here, we have the Power Relic AK, produced by Cryo. A very interesting green design. Dark green. Does it happen to glow? No. It says it right there. But I believe the second one does. Now, what does that mean? So it seems the body appears to glow. I know a lot of people don't want glow-in-the-dark weapons because they don't want to be seen at night time. That is definitely something that's been mentioned a lot. Well, when you aim down a net, can you actually see like something to help you with the aim sight? Not really, no. Okay, well, it was interesting. But yeah, at least he supplied an option which doesn't glow. So, yeah. Do you like this design? Are you interested? It's got like a nice, interesting sci-fi aesthetic to it. Nice, very bright green. Is that still going to be a bit of a struggle in the jungle and whatnot? Maybe. But Cryo, it's interesting. So keep up the good work, good sir. Keep up the good work. Now over to here, we have the Relic Walker AK. This is produced by Mr. Ya. Give that a good look right over to here. Instant look with the aim sight, black aim sight. Should be good for most environments. Just don't look at the shade. Oh no. But yeah, overall, that's a very nice, interesting design. And over to here, the no stock version, it's smaller. Yes. Compact, efficient. Best of luck to you. Okay, so Vortex Wrap AK-47. It's like a interesting shiny blue AK, but it's all wrapped up in some tape. I guess you consider it, you can consider it to be a white AK. Now, somewhat recently, we did have that Junin AK, which was pretty much white all over, but with like a bit of yellow and green. He's Brazilian, makes sense. And the Comics AK is pretty expensive, isn't it? So maybe a brand new AK like this, I think people would appreciate. Domch, I think you're onto something here. Let's see if that works out. Do you like it? Well, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, sir. Jungle Hunter AK-47, produced by Mr. Slavny. He's got a lot of, gifts here. Where's the gif of the gun, huh? Anyway, aim down the sight. What do we see? That is a nice, useful red aim sight right there. Looking pretty good. Colourful, interesting. Do you like it? Feel free to comment below. Lovely design. Keep up the good work, Mr. Slavny. Now over here with the Jungle Predator AK. This is produced by Michael and CD, and it is a collection continuation to the SAR. It looks like they've alluded to another skin as well. So if I could just quickly take a look at your most recent submissions, are you alluding to the idea of having an... Oh, no, LR300 was submitted last week. Okay, sorry about that. Right then, anyway, the SAR was accepted in the most recent Rustore, so we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, a very nice, interesting, colourful design, useful red aim sight, pretty good. Right, now let's go over to here. So this is the second lowest selling skin out of all the skins so far this week, and I've already made a point about SAR skins, as you may recall. Not that many of them are holding up their value very nicely, and unfortunately, I can't help but assume this is going to end up like one of these. I'm very sorry, but yeah. It's not in demand. Yeah, sorry. So, the AK, regardless, if you think it looks cool, if you'd like to see that potential being accepted, feel free to go ahead and show support, but I don't think that SAR is going to change that much. It's also not abnormal, so that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, it's perfectly fine, cool looking design, with a wonderful looking tiger design. So, keep up the good work, you two. Let's see what you produce next time. Sorry, I hiccuped. Sorry about that. The tiger scared me. All right. Oh, okay. Steampunk's back. So, bolt action rifle for the Steampunk collection. Produced by Mr. Heenon. Get a good look at that. A very nice, interesting design. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, let's go ahead and remind you of Steampunk. I don't remember how many of these were accepted. It was one. No, it's two. Is it two? I think it's two. Steampunk. No, oh, look, 44. I actually don't remember. Enon, could you, no, it was just the AK. Okay, that's 98 cents. Oof. I think with the bolt action rifle, if it were to be accepted, this would just probably stay the same. Sorry to say. That was $3 last year. Now it's lost, now it's down to a third of its value. Ooh, AKs. Sorry, but yeah, that tends to happen quite a lot. Yeah, I don't think that's going to dramatically change anything. But good timing, because I don't think we had a bolt-action rifle for a while. So, yeah, all right, Heenon, let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you. But I don't think I'm going to invest into the AK. And then over to here, Bamboozuka. So, yeah, a big green rocket launcher produced by Mr. Zinc. Yeah, it's very ecologically friendly, yeah. What do you shoot? Snakes. Yes. Oh, yeah, that'd be great ammo. Yeah, if it lands on someone, instantly it gets stuck to them. Drains their fluids. Oh. Right, anyway. So, yeah, that is a cool looking aim sight. That's a cool looking design. That's a cool looking idea. Mr. Zinc, best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if we can get 2 rocket launchers this year. And that just so happens to be the last weapon skin of the video. So, out of all the weapons and tools we've seen today, which one stood out to you the most? Which ones do you think have a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted? Let's now move on and talk about the clothing and the armour. Now to begin, we have backpacks. So over here we have the Jungle Explorer backpack, and I'm actually very impressed with this design. Mr. Lecrempe, you made a very cool looking Desert Nomad design earlier, last year? That was it, last year. And that's been appreciated ever since we've seen it. This is reminding me of that type of design, but this one, of course, is a lot more befitting in the jungle. So yeah, we've got a little map, you've got the knife on the side there and whatnot. You've done a very, very cool approach. I'm actually rooting for that. I think a lot of people appreciate it. So best of luck to you there, good sir. Now over to here, we have the interesting design matching up to what we've seen with the jungle building skin. It's got the vines all over it and whatnot. Yupka, Lancy, this is also a very interesting approach. And of course, it is matching up to your jungle revenge clothing and armor set. So, okay, interesting. Keep up the good work. I think you'd... You know what? Oh, that'd look really cool. Maybe like for a bucket helmet. That would, because you could add some transparency and have like the vines sort of dangle off it. That's a consideration. But anyway, for what it is, I'm liking it. It looks cool and it matches up very nicely with your clothing and armor there. So keep up the good work. And then over to here, we have Black Paladin Backpack version 2. So somewhat recently, we had the hoodie and pants being accepted. Then we had Easter. And then we haven't had any more skins accepted from Kit, which is a bit awkward. Yep. So what gives? Well, I don't know. Because we also got Black Alligator accepted. So as I've said, we typically expect like 2 blackout alternatives every single year. And, well, which one's it going to be? Because I haven't seen Black Alligator this week, I'm afraid to say. That hasn't happened. But Mr. Viduka, the man behind this, if he needs to take time, let him take time. I'd rather see some very cool skins being produced rather than something that's rushed. All right. This shot here, nothing wrong with it. It was a very nice approach. It was a very nice style. The boots and gloves were very nice. The first backpack was nice. But Face Punch didn't want to accept them. So we're in a very awkward spot now. If we saw this backpack being accepted, would we see the hoodie and pants by Command's Bucket Price? I don't really think so. It'll keep people on their toes. And Mr. Kit, Tier 3, Tier 2. When's that coming? All right. So keep an eye out on his workshop. I'm sure we'll see it eventually. Maybe just want to put this out as a nice quick touch-up. And in the meantime, he's probably like making a very cool looking Tier 2 or Tier 3 set. So we'll see what happens next. But best of luck to you, Mr. Kit. In terms of the hoodie and pants, though, I don't think they'll change that much. Now over to here, we have some burlap sets being produced. So over to here, produced by Egivox and Vortura, we have the Balloon Brigade shirt and burlap pants. This is the grey sort of version. Then we have the blue version here. And then we have the green version. So out of those 3 sets, which one do you prefer? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you too. Over to here, we have Snake Hunter, which is a bit of a funny approach. The combination of the boonie hat, the bandana, and the poncho, you have like tons of snakes wrapped all over you. I would be surprised if this would be one of those instances where like Face Punch probably only accepts the boonie hat, so you just have like one snake on your head, which would still look quite funny. But yeah, an interesting approach produced by Confusion. It's got lots and lots of transparency, so best of luck to him. Over to here, oh look, it's a bucket helmet. There you are, ta-da! It's got flowers on the inside. Croc bucket. All right, with the recent shelf, makes sense. So you could put your plants on the shelf, and if you knock them off, it's gonna break, isn't it? I get it now, Mr. Hessiam. Clever idea. Didn't think about it initially when I first saw it. Now I get it. So yes, with the recent shelves that were added to Rust with the Jungle DLC, well, it's a clever little joke. And then over to here, we have Jungle Hunter. Jungle Hunter Deer Skull mask with the skull, without the skull. Interesting approach. It's still there, it's just transparent. And then we also have the poncho, and if I can recall, with the previous, well, no. I think he's alluded to the fact that he already has the hide clothing there. So next week, Jungle Hunter hide clothing. Mr. Vlek, thank you for the insight. Let's see if that works out nicely for you. Are you impressed? Feel free to go ahead and show your support. Scrolling down over to here, we also happen to have some, primitive boots and gloves. So first up, we have the Tiger Boonie hat and burlap shoes. K. Vladimir and hello, I need the head wrap. I need the tiger head wrap. We've had shark head wrap and whatnot before. Let me go full tiger. Yes. So, very interesting approach. Best of luck to you too. But over to here. With the recent Rust store, we had the Reptile Hunter poncho and bandana being accepted. And the second I saw that, I was like, oh wow, okay, that actually got accepted. I was surprised. I was impressed. But here's the funny thing. Himic, literally the previous week, he submitted the standard boots with the road sign gloves. Now we also have primitive option, hide boots and leather gloves. I'm happy for either one. But yeah, this felt like a perfect time for it. If you are not fully well aware, Face Punch made some changes, what with the jungle update, But to make leather gloves now, you don't need string, so it's a lot easier to make them. And, well, perhaps they might want to accept a certain interesting skin that will catch a lot of people's eyes. And then through that, they'll realise, oh, hang on a minute, it's not that hard to make leather gloves anymore now. Makes sense, doesn't it? So, let's go over to here and talk about the Reptile Hunter poncho and bandana. Now, when that was accepted, it actually caused these, core pieces to spike on spike a price still. The hoodie went from like $10 to $15. Now it's back to $10. Funny. But overall, this whole collection still doing very good for itself. Still basically $80 for the core pieces. These two here, $3 for the pair at the moment. But they are selling a lot. Now, I've already talked about this in my 48-hour analysis. Consider giving that a good watch if you want. This could probably do 35 to 40,000 subscribers. But if it still gets those continuations, it's still going to spike on spike a price. You know, people want to have some nice green camouflage. And if you want to compare the green camouflage options, oh, if only someone made a video doing just that, showcasing all of them. Oh, look, there you go. Ta-da! And it's all chaptered, yeah. Get a good look at all of those. Fish collection, deep sea poncho, reptile hunter, banana leaf, a $150 primitive set. Yeah. Consider getting that good watch, and you'll be well versed and very well knowledgeable in regards to what works nicely in the jungle, aka pretty much anything that's vaguely green or dark. Yep, pretty much. But that Reptile Hunter poncho bandana, that is in demand. People buying it, people sincerely wanting to use it. There are also a lot of people that bought with the pure intent to sell. Unfortunately, we might be seeing a lot of these in the Steam market at some point. But those continuations, yes, I'd love to see it, and that's a perfect picture to showcase how effective it is. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if he was in the shade, it's even harder to spot him. So overall, that is looking to be a very, very nice addition, if Face Punch will allow more. It was a big, big surprise to see Green Primitive was accepted. I really didn't have that much faith that would see like Tier 3 hoodie and pants or Tier 2 green stuff being accepted. Lo and behold, Black Alligator. But are they feeling lenient to keep on accepting more of this Reptile Hunter primitive stuff? I wouldn't say no. I'd like to see it happen, but Space Band. So yeah, either roadside gloves and boots or that. I'm a happy bunny. Croc Commander shirt and shorts. Well then, this is an interesting approach. I've seen like that Defender set from a while, but yeah, this quite. I will give him that. That's really good. So if you haven't fully figured it out, it's Steve Irwin. It's the Steve Irwin clothing. Like all the pictures and whatnot. Like when he used to like muck around with the crocodiles and whatnot and get them pose, and when he fed them and whatnot. That is it. That's all the pictures. You've done a fantastic job with that, Mr. Ideal. The pictures I could just tell. Right, but he never rode it like that. Best of luck to you, Ideal. That's actually going to be pretty cool. So a collared shirt and some shorts or high pants. Let me just quickly confirm that. Is it actually shorts? Shorts. Yeah, we haven't had those in a long time, so skins for both of these would be very, very interesting. Perfect timing, perhaps. Now, over to here, we've got some more primitive green options. Mr. Anaphen has produced the Jungle Gorilla hide clothing, and yeah, that works very, very nicely. Blends in quite nicely as well. If he hid himself, there you go. Yeah, there's a bit of red to the side there on the hide pants. Doesn't make that much of a difference. So yeah, I think that would be a nice addition. I think a lot of people appreciate that. Mr. Anaphen, best of luck to you. Then we have some hoodie and pants, and then we have some Tier 3. So over to here. Tiger hoodie and pants, that stands out quite a bit in the jungle, sorry to say. Orange and green, it doesn't work. But yeah, if I could just quickly refer back to this. Alright, I thought he was one of the people that made some Tiger Tier 3. I wouldn't be surprised if we now see another Tiger Tier 3 attempt, now with Johnny Oldboy. For what it is though, that does look nice. That actually does look like a very nice, interesting design right there. That looks very well made. That looks very well done. We'll see. Best of luck to you, Mr. Johnny. But if only it was green. Well, if you're colourblind. Yeah. Right, anyway. Here we have another attempt for some more green stuff produced by Rayla and Cobra. We have Jungle Ranger. Now, just to quickly remind myself, did you do Jungle Ranger? Yep. Tier 2 previous week. Now we have hoodie and pants. What that is right there. I like it. It looks good. Thumbs up. I kind of hope for the Tier 2 though, because I don't think we've had a very good kilt for a while. Tier 2 stuff for a while for green. And, well, Face Punch are very averse to the idea of actually accepting any more camouflage skins. Many interesting attempts have been submitted in the past. They've all been avoided, right? I'm sure many of you are very well aware that in the lead up to the very first Rustore of this May, the Force Wipe for the Jungle Update, there were tons of options for green clothing and armour. None of them were accepted. Yet you'll sit there and say poncho and whatnot. I'm talking about tier 3, tier 2 and hoodie and pants. Loads of options. No. Even though it would be like the perfect time for it. I'm sure you're very well aware green stuff in the jungle is very effective. No. So, yeah. Let's see what the next Rustores will be like as well. Rayleigh, Kobai, you have produced another very interesting submission for your collection. That is a very interesting, lovely pair of hoodie and pants. The full set right there in the middle is looking very nice too. But will they be lenient? Will they actually allow it? Reptile Hunter, you're $80 now. Forest Raiders is $480. I'm not joking. Forest Raiders is $480 if you deduct the deployables. It's probably gone up in price. It wouldn't surprise me over the course of this weekend. So let's just go ahead and take a look. And what do we see? Deduct these two deployables, $4, $3, $7, $480. $480. Let's not accept any more green clothing armor then. But there's a bit of a theory that Facepunch doesn't want to accept any more green stuff because Forest Raiders still sells on the Steam market and they get a bit of the tax cut. So, what do you think? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you two. Okay, I went on a bit of a tangent there with the talking. Sorry, let's wrap this up. So this is the final thing to showcase, produced by Mr. Jew. We have motorbike gear. We have a tier 3 set right here in front of us. Where's his face protection? Oh, if he crashes, he's going to go face first into the tarmac. Oh no. Well, it's an interesting approach. Oh, I can't drag back. Best of luck to you, Mr. Jew. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. And, well, that's it. That's everything. That's all the clothing and armour. So, yeah, wasn't that much to say, but with what I've seen there, we're going to have to wait till the abnormal barders tomorrow for that Reptile Hunter, aren't we? Let's see if that gets accepted. But yes, all the other things are very nice as well. Out of all those clothing armour pieces, which ones do you think stood out to you the most? Which ones do you think have a very good chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. And that applies to all the skins today. If you could pick a few skins that you feel very confident will be accepted, I'd love to see you write it down in the comments. I can say words correctly. Right then, so is there anything else I would like to talk about? As I said a little bit earlier, not sure what's going on with the TGG stuff. I would have expected that. So if you want to get a good look at the previous week's skins, just go over to here, Hedge's Workshop, click that, and you could just go to April 29, 2025, Rust Workshop skin checks. All the skins you'll see here will pretty much, they would have been in that top picks list from TGG. So yeah, we've already talked about them, we've seen them, we've discussed them. You could go look at the previous week's video, yay. But this is all the new stuff. So remember, if you're keeping an eye on the workshop, right, have you considered getting all of the skins presented to you in a lovely manner such as this? You probably don't know how it's done. This is all put in a lovely manner because I have a full Adolphus list. Look how nice and presentable it is. All the brand new skins from skin creators I feel confident in regards to they probably have a good chance of seeing their skins being accepted. If you want to build up your own full Adolphus list, and you can build it up in your own personal way, you could just support some people because you think they're producing some nice skins, even if they don't make it into TGG's top picks and whatnot. Well, consider looking in the top right corner of this video right now. You'll see a special card has appeared. If you were to click it, it will navigate you to a video which will showcase to you the different ways in which you can build up your own full Adolphus list. That choice is up to you, and yeah, cool. So, here is micro522.com. It's linked in the description. This will showcase to you all the brand new skins, and it will show you an order of total score by default. You can look in terms of what's the best skins based on upvote downvote ratio, views, upvotes, downvotes, you get it. But in terms of total score, Tropical Matte Rug is currently on top. Jungle Ranger Hoodie and Pants is taking up the second slot. Jungle Gorilla, hide shirt, you could say both clothing, would be the third spot. Reptile Hunter leather gloves, Reptile Hunter primitive boots and gloves, that would take fourth. And then the double barrel shotgun, Deep Ruby double barrel shotgun has taken fifth. So yeah, give that all a good look. You can give yourself a nice little preview of all the skins there. Very nice, very cool. There is one more thing I want to address. So in regards to jungle camouflage, I've already pointed this out. For the primitive video, it's right there. Get a good look at all these different green options for jungle primitive clothing, for some very good camouflage. We also happen to have one for the core pieces, tier 3, tier 2, and of course hoodie and pants, and jackets. It's all provided to you, and it's all chaptered, so you can skip ahead to the parts that you care about. Let me tell you, even the budget options, very, very effective. Blackout even works very nicely in the jungle. Go give that a good watch to find out. Now I need to go over to here, and I need to go to here. Yeah, it's your Twitter, Hedge. What about it? I put out a tweet yesterday. Here we are. So we're getting close to like the 3rd week of May. Okay, well basically, 2 years ago, we had an official complete the sets in May 2023. That being May 18, 2023. You can see that right there. You may recall we had the whitetail boots being accepted. They sold an absolutely absurd amount. That took about a year and a half for them to actually recover. We also saw military hoodie and pants, Arctic skull, banana, double barrel banana, Hell collection, frog cosplay. You get it. Cool. So that was nice. But last year, we didn't have an official complete the sets. And yet, we still technically had one. Yes, you may remember. The Neon Storage Collection returning. Training Jacket. Ramen Garage Door. Toxic Armor Double Door. And yes, this was not a coincidence. Like, it definitely wasn't a coincidence. I'm trying to figure out the right way of saying this. Like, that skin was on the workshop for 3 years and 3 months. This was done on purpose for sure. It wasn't like announced. It wasn't like, official, but this was a pseudo complete the sets. The return of the storage collection, the Neon Storage Collection, which led to many more skins being produced and accepted over the course of the summer, which sold immensely. That was cool. That jacket, training jacket, that was in the workshop for 8 months and 22 hours. Okay, that's a bit specific. Ramen Collection was fairly new last year, so that was doing quite nicely. Sweet Dreams as well, ditto. Overheat. Yeah, you're going to see some skins that were fairly recent that are part of collections, but Neon Storage, Training, Toxic, and Fish Collection, that was on the workshop for 2 years and 5 months. Yeah, you're going to see some random things like that, perhaps. And of course, what's going to be the 3rd week of this month? Well, that should be the 20th of May. So May 8, May 15. Well, I mean, it could be May 15, but maybe it's going to be May 15, May 22, and then we have May 29. Yeah, we have 5 weeks. We have 5 weeks of May Rust Doors. Could we have some complete the sets face punch, please? So, if you want to be like up to date with the idea of what could be a candidate for a complete the set skin, what skins of notable collections that weren't accepted in the past, or just to be aware of notable collections that have some outstanding skins that could be selected, well, if I could just navigate over to here, we have the complete the set candidates. Now, this is a collection I produced. I know there's an official collection exactly like this, set up by TGG. He showcased it in the video before, but only him and the devs can see it. What I've produced is something very similar, in which you can see like a pizza collection, ramen shop, glacial visage, shadowborn, porcelain, blocky. Like, there's loads of collections from the past. And yeah, a lot of these skins, oh look at that one, a lot of these skins haven't actually been accepted. But you know the Abyss collection, you know the Black Diamond collection, you know the Arctic Skull collection, the Banger collection, the Chameleon collection, Apocalypse Nomad. Like, there's loads of things there. I've even organised all the backpacks as well. Popstar, interesting. Flashbacks backpack, Forest Raiders backpack, and of course the many, many, many core pieces that you've been screaming for, such as, I don't know, Capybara hoodie and pants. What about Thundergold hoodie and pants? What about Elite Crate Tier 2? What about Pizza Tier 2? Ladybug, B cosplay. There's a V2. I got to update that. I forgot about that. Comics, Tank Armor, Flashbacks Tier 2, Flashbacks Tier 3. Either one, I'd be happy about their face punch comment now, please. Loads of interesting skins to take a look at. Feel free to go ahead and give that a good look. And of course, this collection, I'll link it in the description as well. Feel free to comment below. Out of all those collections you just saw there, right, what would you like to see more of? Look at those skins as representatives of those collections. I'll go to Porcelain Rug, for example. He doesn't have a link there. Whoopsie, that was a bad idea. What about if I go over to, let's see. If I were to go to, like, Rainbow Pony, and at the bottom you'll see that there is a My Pony collection, you should then look around and see what skins weren't accepted. Bolt Action Rifle, there's 2 versions. There's also a Thompson, an MP5. Like, those were never accepted. They are also potential candidates. There's a chair. I need a chair. I need the Rainbow Pony backpack as well. I should add that. But anyway, feel free to tell me what skins you'd absolutely adore to see potentially being accepted in a potential complete the sets or pseudo complete the sets. Again, it might not be announced, but it could still happen. And now that I tweet it out, hopefully they're aware of the idea of it. So that's it. That's everything. Thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see what the player count's going to be from here and now. It's slightly going back down again, but it did have a pretty good start to the month with the player count, over 203,000. Thank you very much for the pop-up. That was a bit odd. And don't forget to keep an eye out for interesting things that are being worked on the commits. It's Hack Week. Facepunch devs are working whatever they want to. They are working on ideas that they think would be interesting additions to the game, but they're just kind of tinker around with ideas. Now, I will point this out to you. A lot of Hack Week ideas have led to actual proper ideas being introduced to the game and whatnot. So, wire snapping, interesting. Animal modifiers, bear, boar, chicken, stag. What's all that about? Drawbridge, we know about that. There's a video on Twitter showcasing that. But yeah, just keep an eye on this. You'll see interesting ideas being mentioned, and that's basically it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.